Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well today. Bit of a late night stream for me. I'm just gonna do a couple replays before we call it fair for the evening. I've just had like a lot going on, and my sleep schedule's been a bit off. You may have noticed if by by the streams being a bit later at night. I do generally prefer to stream kind of in the mornings, early afternoon kind of time. But yeah, I let it get a little bit bad. I'm gonna be fixing it over the next couple of weeks. So we should be back to normal probably next week, honestly. A couple late night streams in the meantime. And yeah, we got a Conan versus Sedgen game. We're going to be playing Shrouded backwards. I will just be setting that up right now. Yeah, should be a good one. I don't think this replay has been covered before. And yeah, I'll just be doing a few replays tonight. Nothing too big, and then I'll try and do a longer stream on Thursday. If possible. For now, we'll be hopping into this game. Alright everybody, we got Stefan aka Conan playing Ragna in the orange versus Sedgen playing Sedge for a change actually. He does not normally play Sedge in Wargroove 2 in a little bit of a while. And so we've seen regular Sedge gameplay of Sedgen. Generally preferring like Lytra. Seen like a decent amount of Wolfar as well. But yeah. Yeah, we're just going to shred it backwards. Not seeing anything too strange yet. Although, this path that Sedge has taken is actually going to make it impossible for him to capture the lumber mill in the same turn as his opponent. That being said, it depends if Stefan goes for it. Alright, they're going to go for the sword crit. It's going to prevent the recapture of the lumber mill. Ooh, Conan grabs their opponent's lumber mill. And I think that's actually going to allow them to get the cuts. Oh, yeah, well, okay. So there's going to be a huge round of income coming in here from Conan. And on the other side, Sedgen not going to be doing as well. Oh, and they backed off with the sword as well. So all these lumber, all these forests can get cut. That's so much money. Looking like over 1,000 gold in one turn right there. And what can Sedgen do against this supreme amount of money? I mean, they're going to be able to take the lumber mill back. So they will build it up over time, and they are going to hopefully contest this lumber mill on the left hand side. Ooh. Okay. Trying to take a little bit of counterattack damage here from this village, but nothing too major. And oh, I love this positioning. Using the forest and the sword just to keep their knight safe as well. That actually lines up for a knight crit on this enemy knight. So yeah, they're just setting up for a nice aggressive position. Ragna already has groove. Yeah, what can Ragna do in this position? Okay, well they're gonna test. Ooh, this is a very aggressive move. Go for this sword, this knight crit on Sedge. We'll slow him down a bit, but he can just heal. This is gonna allow him to build some groove as well. Okay, Ragnar just running in, like, yeah, I can take this. And yeah, just has a lot more money than Sedgen, so it could actually, you know, in theory, throw a knight away. Not the end of the world. But actually, there's no counterattack damage coming on this knight. That was actually a really nice turn overall. Okay. This knight on the left hand side though, not doing quite so well. Are we gonna see like a Ragnar groove come in here? Definitely using air troopers. Building out like a large amount of like numbers in his army. Goes for the sword crit as well. You're gonna lose that sword. I don't know if that's quite worth it. It is really good gold value. And I guess like he just has unit count for days, so should be okay. But yeah, it's really difficult to push past the center point. That said, Knight crit 2, 3. Oh, isn't quite lined up on the stronghold. But the threat of Knight crit is going to be very dangerous here. Does Ragnar have groove? No, she has tier 1, but not quite tier 2 yet. Oh wow, all these knights coming crashing down into the center. What's the play here? Is Conan just going to go in? Could very well do so. Big mage heals coming in. Oh, gonna go for the damage on the stronghold. Doesn't kill it. But it's gonna just try and push for a longer turn. Oh, is this groove actually gonna reach? Alright, kills one knight, damages another. Ragna, a little bit vulnerable. I think she's okay. One sword suicide nearby. One knight suicide nearby. Mage goes down to a knight crit. Ooh, that's big. And, oh, this offense might actually get held. Be looking like it will right now. Mage comes in, clears up that last knight. Is this... Oh, this knight over here is in position. Oh, that's really bad. And Sedge... Oh, has this tier 1 groove. He's going to be able to put a lot of pressure on the center. And is he actually just going to go for a lethal on Conan's stronghold? That might actually be the play. No, we're going to walk back. More like long-term response. Alright, what can Conan do here? Has to do something. And I don't think attacking is the right answer. Clearing up and defending, I think, is more about what should be happening here. Just, yeah, swings to the left, tries to play more economy-focused game. Gets a golem for defense. Okay, and this knight, yeah, just gonna go for a bunch of damage where it can. He's a free unit, goes for it. And this is a pretty even game. Conan had a huge lead early. Big economic advantage, getting both lumber mill cuts. But now, not so much. It's been pretty even since then. And I think Zedgen's just been taking much better fights overall.
Well, that just means they've came in at a pretty good time then, right? Surely.
Yeah, welcome in Oleander, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, it just looks, the board does look pretty even, I would say.
Yeah, I think Zedgen's got a bit more value on their knights, but you know, Ragna has like a big dragon that could do some damage. Oh, the witch is out. Golem is up on the inside.
But is it really even with Sedge Groove online?
Yeah.
Sedge Groove is kind of really good.
Yeah, he's almost tier 2 as well, and probably will get it fairly soon, just given how much like stuff is on the board. There's also very little anti-air, so this witch is gonna be pretty scary. And yeah, I just don't think Conan has quite enough. I think he went far too all in on his like attempt on the stronghold. And ooh, I don't know how I feel about Ragnar's position there, especially sword critting.
That is super scary and probably dead.
Yeah.
If I had to wager, because that's a knight hit, that's a mage hit, at the very least. I don't think you can go around, but if you can get 3 sides, that's definitely dead.
Oh, I guess you can't hit from the top or the left.
Yeah, that's the issue. It's pretty risky, though.
Yeah, I think if that was a knight crit, it would have been death, but...
Yeah.
Knight hit, not quite enough. Okay.
I mean, tier 1 is slightly worse in this game than it is in the first Wargroove, right? It's only 25% instead of 35%.
Yeah, but he's so close to tier 2.
Yeah, maybe they could have, like, fished for it somehow.
Ooh, Commander sitting next to a road. I guess she's slightly injured, so ironically that means it's, like, less likely to die. Just because,
Yeah, but True. It's funny how that works.
But yeah, this is still a very spooky place to be. Mage, ooh, take some counter attack damage. Didn't really want to
But
have
slightly
that.
weaker means it's much easier to get kills with Sedge's ability.
True.
You don't really need to kill, you need to get them to 45% or whatever.
Yeah, and ooh, this is looking like it might be game.
Not dealing with a witch is really scary here. I think this is dead.
Oh, that's a fully charged Sedge tier 2 as well, so. If you're not ahead at this point in time, like, you're just losing. Especially with, oh, look at all of these hits.
Going for the army wipe. I wonder if this is the long con where they kill everything first and then somehow manage to get back and then kill the CO, you know?
Yeah, there is a mage crit, there is an archer hit as well.
It's probably death if I had to wage.
Oh, opening up this side below as well.
Yeah. That's certain death.
Yep, that's going to be a ton of damage coming in. And I think Conan had a really nice start to this game. Definitely, like, they got both lumber mills, they get full cuts on both. It's always going to set you up for a really good long game, but yeah, you just a little bit too aggressive. And yeah, they're just going to fall. Sadistic Rush comes in. And goodbye, Ragnar.
Honestly, you probably could have just hit them with the CO.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks fancy. Sechen's a fan of the style, so.
I think the CO hits more stylish. That's my take. But at that point, it's just arguing what looks cooler, you know?
Very true.
Or what does more damage, or whatever.
But, well played to Sechen, who brings it back. Falling behind massively on economy at the start, but yeah, just much better army trades. 20-7, so. GG's. Okay, I'm gonna need to change this.
Sorry, it was a little impromptu of me joining. I didn't.
No, it's all good.
Wasn't expecting this late because this is like actual like normal American times.
My sleep schedule got weird. Also Sparky, if you want to join in, you're more than welcome as well.
It's gonna be ungodly for you right now. Let me take a guess. It's 7 p.m. here, so I'm gonna guess it's like. I want to say it has to be 2 to 5 a.m. for you. I want to take a guess of 3. That's 1? Okay. Really? You're only.
Well, it's only after midnight here, so.
Really? Okay. Interesting. I guess I am overestimating time. I guess there's 12 hours, Smiles. I think Germany is like 7-8 hours away from me. Don't ask me why American needs to know that. It's not important for the stream, Smiles. Regardless, hopefully I wasn't too intrusive into the last game.
No, it was all good.
I tried to pick a good spot to say something.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, normally if I'm solo commentating, it's not the biggest deal. Work some stuff real quick though. I'm gonna mark that as viewed. Alright, so if there's 3 of us, we could potentially do a couple fog games as well.
Oh yeah, we get to the chatterbox. We gotta like make stuff up to speak about in fog.
Yeah, I do want to do one more shrouded game first. There's so much like Conan. Played like so many games.
I need to like get my maps slightly more tested. So that I can get the map crew to actually put them in the tester metal pool.
Yeah, I mean TYM November's already started. I actually need to make my lobbies.
Yeah.
And we've got December coming up as well. I will, having had a conversation with my girlfriend isn't the right word, but like person I'm seeing basically. We'll call it that. I was talking to her about it. I'm definitely going to be taking more of a step back from stuff going forwards. So like once I've finished I still need to sort the trophy for Mastro. I'll probably get that done.
Oh
this week.
no, not the ego kid. Dang. Getting
Um,
a trophy for winning something unheard of.
but that's getting sorted. I mean, I was actually waiting on something from someone to get it finished, so they've sent over like the font I was going to use for the trophy. Yeah, let me drag Sparky in here. Yo, welcome in, Sparky.
Oh.
I was just telling Oleander about the trophy that Mastro is going to be getting.
Yeah.
I got the name of the font I'm going to use for the trophy text, so that should be getting sorted relatively soon. Hopefully I can get it to Mastro before the end of the year. That'll be like a nice Christmas present, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got a game. We've got Rasposa versus Zigma. They're going to Shredded backwards as well. And I guess we'll just try and... Like, Rasposa was just like, here's all of the replays that didn't get commentated. Just put them in like a big list, so...
Chopping block list, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, that is a list.
Yeah. I probably won't touch too many of the older ones, but... There's a bunch of like October stuff here, so we could definitely cover like Eerie and Cloak and Dagger and stuff like that.
Just,
Also looks like
just
this
let
is-
Mastro do it all. That's the strat. Make Mastro
Also
do
looks
it.
like this is slightly filtered because some mind games aren't here, but those were the not super interesting ones.
Okay,
So it looks like these are filtered as well, so that should be nice.
good. There's just stuff to cover. I don't want to stream for too long tonight, but we can definitely, you know, make a dent on this list. I see Sedchan put a game in, and you know we got the November games coming up as well, so I need to. I think my plan for those is I want to redo the YouTube thumbnails, so I'm gonna spend some time this week getting that done.
Ooh, spicy.
And I just want to make them nice, and then I'm gonna share that I'm switching off of Photoshop to a different program, so I will share the like template file for that once that's done, and have everything look nice, and then have it so that anybody else can come in and make thumbnails as well, because I do want to take more of a step back. I realize even streaming twice a week is actually quite a large commitment from my end, so I probably will just go down to 1 day a week in the not too distant future, and just kind of stream when I feel like it beyond that. We're going to set up some more people with streaming stuff, but anyway, let's get into this game. Yeah, it's on screen right now. Alright everybody, we've got Zigma playing Elytra in the green versus Rasposo playing Rom in the blue. They're going to shred it backwards, and I love the fact that they're using this kind of like spooky fog weather type. I have not seen this before actually.
Yeah, I don't see people like mix up the. I forget what the setting is called, but yeah.
Can't believe they're putting the blunder filter on, making it harder to see everything. It's over.
I mean, if you
What are
really
you
want to have
doing?
wonder settings, turn on nighttime and have it be unable to like see stuff.
Oh yeah, I might reveal something here, but is the Game Boy filter still a thing?
Oh, that'd be funny if it was.
I don't know if it made it into the actual release, but there was for a time a Game Boy filter, and it looks, honestly, I mean, it looks like great if you're into that kind of retro style feel, but it, like in an actual like objective trying to play on it level, like it was kind of terrible. Anyway, I suppose with a ton of money buys Golem. Probably buys an air unit. I didn't get to see which one it was, but see Zigma kind of pushing across the map here. They're gonna hold their own lumber mill and heavily contest their opponents. So looking good on that front. Oh, I thought there was gonna be an air unit out, but actually Neither tower has been captured yet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been interesting. Golem's, of course, always like a commitment in terms of how much money it is. This map it's kind of bigger, so like, I want to say I'm more favored towards like at least having like 2 knights instead of opening Golem as second big unit, but well, Golem is always a good option when you can get it if you don't get punished for losing part like the consistency of like power in your army.
Yeah.
I did not explain that well.
No, I get what you mean. Like, yeah, knights definitely give you a lot more tempo than golems do. That extra 1 movement makes a huge difference. And even just things like being able to go through like 2 forests instead of 1. Just because like when there is heavy terrain, it does affect you, and like yeah, it does like a lot of chopped forest on this map as well, so like, that's going to be a factor as well. But this Lytra positioning is very aggressive.
Yeah. Sadly, this isn't charged T2 yet, because could then force a bunch of units to be in range of a big groove.
Very true. But you know, you have to respect.
You gotta be
the
careful
groove.
you gotta be careful Rom flanking you with his T1 here.
Oh yeah, that's very true. It is very scary. I think he gets like a little bit of bonus damage on this tier 1, right?
It's 1.5, but against commanders and strongholds it does not get damage increase, or it's very minor, like 2 or 3%. Prevent you from assassinating commander.
Okay, but Dragon comes out. Resbo's is going to push this back a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. He actually pushed this back quite a lot. Which we're giving a lot of ground here right now.
Starting to consolidate army now. That is a blob.
Yeah, and Rom tier 1 like is actually really spooky. Just like you were saying, like that extra range. I think you can run onto the mountain even if you really wanted to.
Yeah, you can. And that with 1 top movement to spare, I believe. Because he gets the +1 for movement from T1.
Yeah, just Zigma giving a lots of ground right now. We're testing the left side a little bit, but
Yeah, Resposo's a lot more joined together in the center, which is very good.
he just has
Yeah,
a
it's
large
very
mass of
threatening
units here
block.
to push back.
Yeah.
Right side
Right
is
side is
our...
pretty
Sorry, yeah.
pretty undefended, but left side is gonna get absolutely crushed, and there's like a knight that's kind of trapped on the bottom left. It's like has to take like an awkward path to get out.
Alright,
Looks like Lytra's pretty close to getting T2 here, 181. So like a couple more kills.
yeah, she'll have it fairly soon. Rom
Assuming
also...
Rom is close to, yeah, Rom's close as well.
Oh, wow, actually, yeah, Rom
Could
going
get
to
this
have
turn
it? Yep.
actually.
Yep. Has it right now, in fact.
Don't know if you want to pop it this turn though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
probably wait.
just even holding it is such a huge threat.
Yeah, because aha, I suddenly have 45 ranged commander damage.
Yep. From like across the map too, because he gets to move again with
Move
bonus
again.
movement, and then has 3 range on it, I think. So
Yeah, it's the range.
yeah, Lytra can't go anywhere near Rom there.
Yeah. Needs to make sure he's out of range of like every unit except like maybe 1.
And
I
this-
mean, Ledger just needs to be, bodyguard by a plethora of baddies,
Yeah.
Just like a actual metric ton of steel in order to be safe,
oh, we see
Yeah, those
Rasposo
sides.
going in here, and he just
Oh, was that-
can. Like he's
Oh no, that was
Yeah, this is safe.
Oh, is he
Ooh,
actually?
T2s. Huh, what are you killing? Is this the mage?
Oh, golems in the
Oh.
river. Oh
Ooh,
no.
that's pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah,
chunks
it's
for
a lot
90.
of damage. That's like 1,000 damage straight up. It's probably
Yes.
worth. Probably. It's probably
At this rate,
some of
does Zig's barracks get flipped at this point?
Maybe.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you have enough stuff that can fly back if you wanted to defend it that you can. However, I think you're gonna lose a lot trying to hold it, so it's not worth
Yeah.
holding it if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get
So
what
like
you mean.
allowing this kind of play just is like a win for Esposo. See, like now it's looking a lot better.
Winter's also not a good spot to groove that turn as well, because the mountain.
Yeah, but she can reposition safely now. Like the loss of the groove is
Yeah.
pretty
Significant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something you never want to have happen.
That's
Yeah.
ooh, that hurts. So
Yeah.
that's the only way you can put it. I guess it's a trade, because the dragon's now dead, right?
Yeah. Oh, but look at the stuff that's back.
It does require 2 units, because
Yeah.
there's no mage crit.
Yeah, but mage plus harpy should kill.
Mage plus Harpy does kill, yes. It is 2 units though, and there's follow-up at behind it.
Is there a mage down there? I mean, you're gonna lose.
Yes, there's a mage.
Okay, if there's a mage, then it's
Mage,
probably not
knight,
worth
golem.
the kill.
It's like,
Yeah.
you lose both the mage and Harpy when you go in. Especially since you need to dedicate everything to top left.
Yes.
Mage hasn't had a good chance to use Groovy as her range is very limiting her here.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, bringing units away to open up new kills. Interesting. Actually, what does that open up?
Sword kills the swords. That's kind of it, really. Big mage heal comes
that
in, but
Does
Maybe it
not feel
keeps them
good.
safe. But I don't know. That
I mean, there
that seems
wasn't
like a
really
nothing
much.
burger.
There wasn't really much hitting them, anyways. You actually killed enough here.
Wait. Maybe it's the reposition the knight for a crit.
Maybe.
I don't see one. It's moving too much for me to calc. Maybe it's just for the night coverage.
Maybe.
Like I could actually see that being a threat because they've lost too much this turn though. I think they just run out.
Yeah.
okay. So less than amazing groove. Actually, although Rom's groove wasn't super amazing either, considering it was a tier 2. Heavily damaged
Yeah,
the golem, but wasn't like.
It got really good ROM values, not get good commander value. Good
Yeah.
value.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's kind of the best that you get out of ROM Groovy, like.
Yeah.
Other than hit on the golem, that's like the best that you can get with him.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I think that's like a best case scenario for the class.
Yeah.
Not
Also, like,
much you
it
can do.
Put him in a very far forward position that he could guard their units with. So like that's also like that was like the best case scenario for Rom, and Rom being Rom, it still wasn't super good. It was good, but not like completely game winning.
Ooh, I like that rifle. Actually, just chips the knight.
Yeah.
It could have shot a spear instead, but
Yeah, this rifle has gotten given 2 kills now. It crit the mage that killed the dragon last turn, I believe.
a pretty good trade overall.
Yeah, we're supposed to blobbing up again. And with a lot more stuff alive now. Like, Zig does not have heavy units left, it's just knights.
Yeah, it has a decent chunk of money though, so we could see like a golem. Yep, there we go. As I say
Yeah,
that.
refresh. Yep. Let's go back.
And, yeah, we're seeing a lot back and forth. Like they both kind of like pushed their opponents like river barracks, I guess you'd say it, like that front. But
Yeah.
both getting deflected here as well. Although it should be said that Zigma's investment into the right hand side of the map was much smaller than Rasposa's investment to the left hand side. But now they're swapping fronts And
Yeah. That's-
I'm actually surprised there wasn't a forest cut there.
Yeah, I'm surprised that wasn't
Yeah.
cut, considering you're backing off enough that.
Oh, and I actually allowed the mage crit to take it down, so...
Interesting.
We're just gonna see some banking? Yeah, I think Zig was just like, I need more golems, and we're just gonna bank for a turn. I suppose
Golem wars are a real thing. It's the meta.
indeed. I mean, I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing Treb start to come out at this point.
I feel like Treb actually could get out on this map.
We've seen a few people try and go Treb, but typically they'll go in like the first, like before turn 10.
They go too
Yeah.
early. They go as your like first big build, which is I don't think.
Yeah,
correct.
well, no, I disagree with Treb is not an early game piece, especially not in this game. Maybe in early patches of Wargroove 1, but here golems and knights are just still too strong and will outpace the value of a Treb.
Yeah, Trebuchet
you need to-
takes like 4 turns to get active on this map at least.
Yeah. You need enough mass in order to both defend and prevent any long-term brawling
Alright,
from
is this gonna be a
being
run
useful.
this?
Oh,
I feel
we've
like
got
that-
tier
we have
2.
that's a T2. Oh wait, is Lytra dead?
Is the stronghold dead?
Well, there's nothing.
Where's he going?
Why did you run all the way there?
Oh, got to the
Okay,
main?
just wanted to make a really windy path to get onto the mountain.
Right. Oh, that's a very dead golem.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a very dead golem from cheap units as well. Oh, that's big.
Oh, a lot of crumblings going on.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's done
yeah.
so much damage here.
That's a lot.
This is insane
of
army damage. I don't think
yeah.
Lytra was dead this turn, but like this is so much army damage.
Yeah. I don't...
And it's a stronghold threat as well.
Yeah, that's a very good looking stronghold.
She does not have tier 2 either, so there's no big
Yeah,
response
yeah.
in return to this.
I think you can maybe defend, but you've lost too much army even if you could. So I think this is a GG.
Yeah.
That is a knife in the back. Or straight to the heart, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah, only
Dragon's
T1
dead.
for Dragon. Yeah, that would be so good if you get T2 this turn. I don't know if
Yeah.
it saves you, but it would have been giving you a chance.
Like, that's definitely dead, not this turn. It's probably dead in 2 turns. I'd have to wager.
Yeah, no Rom Groove. I doubt he's gonna get to a tier 1 this turn.
Yeah. Needs 150 charge, so like.
But that's just so much stuff by the stronghold that can tap the stronghold.
Yep.
I suppose I might just go for army damage at this point.
I mean, yeah, I think army damage is the safe option. I think you're so far ahead that, like, if you're playing a live game, I don't see a reason not to go for army damage here. You're just winning. You just build golems and profit. Maybe if you were, like, maybe in this kind of setting where it's async, right? At
Yeah.
least, like,
Yeah.
limited async. Then I could see, like, going through the kill.
Yeah, because you
Army
can
damage makes
calculate that
sense.
it's going to work.
Yeah. But I think here it's perfectly fine to just be like, it's not worth my time to go for that.
Yeah.
This does mean they will get a few more turns to push stuff around, and I don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 29 to 15 is it's a big kill difference.
Yeah.
So, yeah, understandable. Just a long game. I think Respo's just able to get more value out of his groove, I think is the main thing.
Wow, are you saying CO difference here? Is that the diagnosis? That's the skill diagnosis here? Is pick better CO?
I think it's less about pick better CO and more just like used his groove in a
Still got
way
good
that
use
was
out of it.
gave really good value.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
I
The
actually never got
Elytra
into
didn't get
position
much,
for
yeah.
T2.
That is very true. This is the first, like, they should have held on to groove at the very least. I don't know what the
Yeah.
groove even did. It
Honestly,
wasn't very obvious.
So I think the big value
I feel
of
like maybe there was some thought of like they were thinking they could maybe like have killed the witch with it because a mage was 5 tiles from the witch, and maybe they made a mistake thinking that could open up a kill. Not sure.
Imagine if they just rotated stuff the wrong way.
That would be very
That would be
unfortunate if they don't
sad.
things accidentally.
I think
And yeah.
for me the big value of Rom's groove this game though wasn't necessarily when he used it, although that was decent value, like being able to run in very like in a way that would like maybe get you killed if you didn't have groove up.
Yeah.
But able to do that much damage to the enemy golem.
Give a lot of threat.
But yeah, the threat was the real issue. Like once Rom got to tier 1, Lytra just had to back up. This map's pretty open, so there's a lot of knights on the map as well, so your commander just cannot go near your opponent.
I think unfortunately the strategy to counter that is just to play very sharp. You have to accept that that is a possibility, and then play very aggressive with the other commanders to not fall behind on initiative at all.
Yeah.
Especially with with both COs actually being relatively close in power level. That's when Rom actually is really scary because he can seize initiative really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would have also liked to have seen like some more tricky like tier 1 plays coming out of Lytra, but you have to get like very precise setups for those.
I think Resposa was playing around that properly.
Yeah, Resposa was playing very well, and I mean there are some like kind of cheeky plays you could throw in, like you could like get a treb out, Lytra groove your own treb to allow it to get crits and stuff it otherwise wouldn't. But
Oh
you know,
yeah,
these
survive
are
long
all-
enough for a trap to get out, right?
Yeah, it's very difficult to like play around this, and this is actually a really nice showing of like the strength of Rom, where he just has like a huge lethal threat on the opposing commander, especially in like an open map like this. So yeah, really nicely done there by Rosposo. They take the game. Okay, second game of Shredded Backwards. I think we could do. Let's do some different maps. I've been doing nothing but Shredded Backwards recently.
Why not, Dean?
Okay, so we got an Eerie game, which is. I'm just checking who played. Okay, so we got a couple Marco maps versus Resposo games. Macro maps again. 1 second. Let's see, they're gonna play on Eerie, so yeah, I'm down for this. They're playing. Ooh, Marco's playing Dark Mercia. Interesting. And
On here?
on Eerie, I'm actually one of my games is I'm playing Dark Mercia. She is surprisingly effective. I'll put it that way. I would pick Ryoso over her in general, but she actually has some really cool stuff on Eerie. And Resposa's playing Valder. Okay. Who?
Gotta make full use of all those skeletons.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like his tier 2 is terrifying on this map. But all right, we've got an Eerie game coming up. Resposo versus Marco maps. Alright everybody, we've got an Eerie match between Resposo and Marco maps, Valder versus Dark Mercia. And Dark Mercia, I have a little bit of personal experience playing on this map, I actually think she's quite good, but Valder with that tier 2 and this many swords, especially with the barracks that can only build swords, so we're going to see a lot of swords on this left hand side or this top right hand side as well. Valder's going to be able to make a lot of use out of these as long as he can get to tier 2 without dying. Yeah, we see Thief coming out on both sides. Gonna go for this guaranteed steal. I've seen some people skip this. I don't quite know how I feel about that. I think
I would say the skip is only worth if it steals like a contested vil. Does it do that? People do that?
you can
like you
knock
play
it down
around
with Commander. I think that's guaranteed as well. So you can. There's an opportunity to build lots of groove, but
I think, does it take 2 turns with a knockdown if you use Commander?
I
I
think
think it regens a bit too much.
I want to say the timing works out well for you getting the knockdown. You can also delay the thief for like 1 turn. I've seen some people do that. I don't know how
the
well I
thing-
rate that.
Going thief first means that you get to steal the village that's ooh. Oh, interesting. I don't think I've seen this pathing before on Commander. But
We'll
what I was
say
saying
that is
was,
these are a chain of swords.
yep.
Just
Ooh, rifle out from maps.
that is a wall of swords that's gonna be able to contest. It's quite funny actually.
Yeah.
And no rifle response from Rasposo.
Goes Harpy instead.
Your grave.
Early tier 1 sword. Decontest this village and is just like, I just want to fight Dark Mercia with an army of swords.
You know what's interesting on this map? Because you tend to skip, like, the mid/early game tends to last a lot. Is a lot shorter because of the influx of swords. It's like, I feel like Volder's T1 loses value in that sense because it's meant to get your unit count early, but you already have a super inflated unit count from the sword barracks breaking out.
That's true. His groove doesn't really come online in time for it to be particularly impactful on any front.
Yeah, he does have a
Yes.
hold mid, which is quite nice. We wouldn't have that otherwise.
That is a
Here's the-
steal begging to happen.
Yeah.
I don't see
Yeah.
how you stop that.
Yeah, this is the other good thing about Thief is it gets the steal if you get it immediately. Since it times well with your swords escaping.
Ooh. Nice deep steal there, though. Leaves this village on the middle alone for the moment. Oh, okay.
Why did that forest hit?
Marco's just like, I'm just gonna go for some damage. And has tier 1 now. And there's this weird thing with Dark Mercy where you would think, oh, tier 1 against a whole bunch of swords isn't that good, but it's actually really effective because it's really difficult to kill her with just lots of swords.
But so about that, so if you push the T1 button, you get suicide into 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, but there's still enough stuff here to clear up a lot of these units. I think she's
I
fine.
don't- Are you sure about that?
I think she can actually live this.
You
we're
have
gonna find out. There's
3
a lot of
sword
swords here, though.
Yeah, you have 2 sword suicides minimum here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you also have Mage here to heal CO up as well. It's like you get full hit CO hit as well.
Yeah, she's on Flagstone. I guess we're gonna find out.
Problem is, how do you stop her from getting trapped again this turn?
I guess you've got the rifle still, and like a bunch of other units that are kind of nearby. So here's the question. I don't think she actually dies though. Nope. Rasposo just doesn't quite have enough. And this is the thing about Dark Mercy in this particular position. And I've experienced something similar to this as well. It's just like, you just don't have enough left to kill her. Because a lot of 7 health swords and lower are not going to do much damage to her. There just aren't quite enough. And she injures everything else that's valuable. So, yeah, she can just back up there and is fine. The downside though is it had to dedicate like a dog there, which I think got cleared up, but
Rasposa still has unit count after that interaction, and now Marco doesn't have threat of groove.
yeah, it does have a nice position on the
Ooh,
map
that's-
though.
Huh. Crit the village with rifle, and now you've lost it, and that was its final shot.
I think
I
that's
guess,
fine.
yeah,
There's not really much to
DM's
push in
fine
here. Yeah.
Yeah, so this might as well go for free groove.
And yeah, just Marco has just a little bit more of the map right now. but not so much that like a thief is going to be like a big impactful comeback mechanic. And here's the question, like what now? Like how are they gonna be able to push into their opponents? Because Valder's actually not that far ahead on Groove.
Yeah, because he was T1. Ooh, Dragon from Resposa.
Yeah, I do kind of wish he had a rifle though. There's just so many swords that you kind of really want one.
Yeah, rifle's really good in this map. A lot of air from Resposa. So it ends up going, yeah, Witch from maps counter that. That makes sense.
Yeah, and two mages as well to back everything. Oh, here we go. Dark Mercier runs in again. And you can be quite bold with her. Because the unit count looks really high, but it's mostly just swords.
Yeah, she's fine here. Even if she got hit by literally every single high damaging unit near her, she doesn't die, and you can escape with her.
Yeah, I think like the knight would have to be a crit. Like
Oh, is there no anti-air on the right side? Uh-oh.
Just the harpy. Oh,
And that looks like it's shortly about to be possibly dead. Oh, T1 again.
Oh yeah, there's a mage to follow this up. Oh,
Oh,
just
are you
does
gonna
this to
use the sword
protect the
to, like,
mage.
block again?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff dying actually this turn.
Oh yeah, the rifle's way out of position too.
Uh-oh.
And that mage is now actually fine completely. Nothing can counterattack it, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Actually,
such a huge turn.
Technically, no, I know. Yeah, you can't break that second sword. Yeah, that's fine. Even if it was, it would only be a single hit.
Rifle realizes that, wait a minute, I actually need to be on the right hand side. Okay, Dark Mercier comes in. Big Hex. I think this is pretty fine. You do need to do something about the mage though.
That's a suicide hex, I think. Is it? Or does this die? No, it doesn't. Yeah, that's a thought.
Okay.
Maybe miscalc, potentially.
Maybe. This is a lot of damage, though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is a lot of damage, but you hate to lose a witch.
Yeah.
Especially with
I'd rather
dragons online. You want your witch to be running about.
rather have had maybe like the witch hex like to the left of where the knight is right now, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably argue that keeping the witch safe is a little more important than getting the extra, like, 100, 200 gold.
Also, is that your only anti-air left? Is there anything stopping this dragon?
Not this turn. There's two
Uh-oh.
mages on the left.
There's
but
a witch very far away.
yeah, everything is too far away. It's too slow.
Yeah, free dragon hit's pretty good.
I think
Yeah,
we're gonna
this is
see a
looking
Dark Mercier groove though. Trigger gonna get pulled. Yep. Probably should have done that before the rifle hit, but
Oh wait, she might have needed it for the groove.
no,
She's
she
almost-
had it already.
Oh wait, she did?
Yeah.
Yeah, 102. Okay, I know. Yeah.
Okay. More stuff gonna start getting cleared up. Mage takes a nice hit.
What is she
something...
dead here?
No, kills that. I think she's actually fine. Yeah, it uses the thief to block.
Thief
That
block
is the
is good.
yeah.
The thief can die to sword crit. Is there anything else that can hit her here?
No,
Looks like she's fine here.
very.
Problem
she's
is, other stuff dies.
true. Yeah, is this going to be more back and forth than terms of stuff taking damage? Volder actually being very bold and staying here.
I mean, like, Marco has like 3 units left.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the thief makes it looks a little bit stronger than it actually is.
Oh, so you have an invincible witch blocker.
Very
An
true.
invincible hardy blocker. Yeah. That's a good thief. That's a good mage healing. Also, these like swords being trapped in the bottom left because the rifle's like covering their way out.
Ooh, nice little thief
That's-
steal.
Interesting.
Oh, good
That, okay,
standing
that
thief.
seems dead. That looks very dead to me.
Has his own dragon though.
You have Witch though, and Mage.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like,
This seat looks dead or surround dead. And this time you actually have big units to kill her on the following turn. And she doesn't have Groove.
oh, there's a
No,
knight
that's
crit
just
as
dead.
well.
That's
Yeah,
just
she's just dead. And after 3 very bold plays with the commander, I think, yeah, finally gonna see the punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Valder, does Valder actually just kill here?
It should. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's perfectly
Yep.
100. 110 and then 245s on road.
And that was actually a really cool back and forth game. I mean, I think Rasposo had a little bit of a lead. Marco,
I mean, yeah, that unit, that kill count kind of tells it.
yeah, and he got like 3 extra grooves off, which you know, is like a way to like kind of push an even bigger advantage. When you got a really high unit count, having like that extra 3 just to like do a bit more damage on like a key turn is
Was
really
it 3
helpful.
2-1s?
Pretty
I
sure
thought it
there were
was 2
3.
grooves from both sides, but maybe I miscounted.
I
that
think
was the
people
third
also
one.
underestimate the value of swords sometimes. I think the community agreed that like 200 to 300. If you get
Swords
3
are
V's
very
off,
good.
that's you've just made like
Unit count is really
6
good.
to 900 value on the field and the front line too.
Yeah.
So don't underestimate it.
Yeah, it's
Valder
really
still
good.
got
I think
teeth.
Marco actually did get better value out of his grooves though. Just that I think he was losing on army fights.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his grooves were really good. But I think like the big key problem was like, you know, when the witch went down, all the anti-air on the right hand side is gone.
Yeah.
And the dragon can kind of just do whatever, and the enemy witch can do whatever as well. Because if you like, let's say you groove the enemy witch and then kill it with your witch, like that's huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, well played. Rasposo takes it. Okay. We get pinged. Right, nothing important. Let's see. That was Eerie. That's some really good games so far. All right, we've got a cloak and dagger game between these two. I'm definitely down for that. And then I guess we do like a fog game, and then I can go get dinner after this. I wasn't expecting to do this many replays, but this is actually a lot of fun, so... I think if I'm just by myself, I tend to just do 3, because my voice starts giving out, but...
You're giving in to peer pressure. It's over. Gotta do more. Gotta do more. The gang is here.
I mean, it is easier just to sit back and let you two talk a lot as well.
I'm doing so little talking right now.
I mean,
I am not pulling my weight,
it's
and that's fine, because it's voluntary.
Exactly. All right, we've got a game. Let's get into this one. Cloak and dagger.
Being fair, I have nothing to say or add. So
The
it's
lobby
not
you
like
joined
I'm-
is not available anymore. Oh, okay.
Oh, rip.
Oh, rip.
That is
I know,
over.
okay.
It's so over.
Okay. I mean, it's possible this was like, yeah, I don't know.
Jeez, Henry.
All right. They do have a shredded backwards game though. I guess we could do that instead. Same players.
Oh, was it Twins one?
It is a twins one.
Yeah, that's fun.
Twins either is like really fun and interesting, or just like one person just completely steamrolls the other. There's like no in between.
I mean, that's kind of like Dittos in general, I feel. Well, actually, no, Twins have better creativity with their grooves, so I think that's the one of the Dittos that is more fun.
Yeah. Why did
I'm
I
a
get
big
an error
Twins
message?
fan. If Twins were better, I'd probably main them.
Oh, OBS has crashed. Oh no.
Oh.
Ooh.
Apparently does not like you staying for these.
Say it.
Let me definitely here and see if I can hear. I can't hear anything if you were talking in stream. It still says live, but I can't hear you. I only hear myself for some reason.
Oh, right. I figured out why my mic was muted on OBS because it reset to the default of when I'd last opened it. I usually open it with my mic closed. So, alright, stream. People can hear me? Okay, that's good. Alright, that actually is really interesting. The Twitch doesn't really have that good of a broadcast protection if OBS crashes. I mean, it'll still do its thing, but it looks like YouTube just keeps it open until... Alright, that's good to know.
So I opened up the game that you said didn't work, and I got into the lobby immediately.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did you do that game already, maybe? No, that would give you a different...
Yeah, that would give me a different error. Maybe it just, like, had a weird bug then. Alright, let's give this one another shot then. We'll give it a go. Okay, it worked this time. I do, however, need to update the commanders. I can do very quickly. Alright, we've got Koji being played by Rose Pozo versus Tenri being played by Marco Mouse. They are taking this to Cloak and Dagger. And yeah, I am intrigued as to how this is going to go. We've seen a lot of very interesting games on Cloak and Dagger so far.
Also, better remember to stream to the Discord as well.
Oh yes, I can do that. But okay, Koji versus Tenri. We got Heaven Song matchup. Not something you get to see too much.
Getting to play the fun commanders and the balanced ones.
Yeah, I think like there's a general consensus that this is kind of around the strength commanders should be. Like roughly.
I agree with that.
High impact when they can actually do their thing, but definitely like weaknesses and downsides. Like Koji, you know, the bombs are quite fragile. Tenri, she just has a very long charge time on her groove, and it's not
much simpler counterplay is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Compared
Simpler
to like
counterplay.
Vesper, like how do you fight something you can't interact with is kind of a tough question.
All of them have some variability in how like effective their grooves can be, but at their like good use cases, they are still very strong and very impactful. That feels fun.
And I guess like Tenri doesn't like wipe an army with her groove. Like she just like destroys like a key unit, and Koji's more like can do some like serious damage or just like go for a lethal. But yeah, it's not like a Wolfar where it just like deletes like a big chunk of an enemy army and kills a key unit.
Looks like Michael's going kind of heavily in the bottom right, and one of their knights is actually going to get trapped for it.
Yeah, although I think the knight can can't escape actually. No, he can actually go like loop around and like heal off at the village, and that might be the play. Yep, there we go. And yeah, you lose the village for that, but you know you slow your opponent down a bunch. They have to spend a bunch of time killing this knight, which they don't even kill. And enemy commander gonna take a little bit of chip damage for this as well, which is actually ends up being kind of significant in the long term. Just because like it stops being able to like one-shot swords, and for example. Okay. Respozo just turtling up on the top side, gets a bunch of spears.
There's also legs going like heavy spears on the defending racks. I've seen some people do it like different ways of defending, but oh, that's good.
Yeah, that is
Must want
huge.
your heavy units to deal with the knights. The archer gets hit here, though, I think. Oh, but then there's a golem behind it, so...
Yeah, anything that goes deep in here is going to get punished for it. That said, Koji Bomb's going to be active relatively soon.
Yeah.
Might even be this
Everything's
turn.
gonna-
No.
Yeah. I think gonna wait next turn.
Gets close. They would have been really spooky, actually. You could just block the enemy golem in.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah, I suppose they're doing a good job setting up to take this barracks in the bottom.
And the spear wall holding out on top.
Yeah, that's going to be incredibly difficult to break. And, okay, Tenry just going to walk in and hit. And I don't know if there's just like enough here to break this wall.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't
you
think
could
there
do
is.
something like sneaky, like you could like throw your... If you position Tenry correctly, you could like throw your knight behind the opponent's line and kill the barracks that way or something, but...
Problem is you still have enough units to actually just recap it fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Does bombs come out here?
No.
Nope, just goes for hit. I mean, that's fair.
It's gonna be a bit
Go
weaker.
like
That
40.
that missing chunk of health is actually like quite a big deal. But that being said, Maze Heal comes in after, and
Oh, wait, hold up.
oh, goes for the hit on Tenry? Interesting. That's just gonna be... Oh, a spear's just gonna get built on that side. Okay. I guess just ones with the extra chip damage. Okay. Ooh, but Marco doing a decent job up in this top side. Kind of slowly grinding their way through this.
A storm approaches.
And yeah, I just don't know what Tenry can do. I mean, maybe like tries to get up to tier 2 and like throws a unit across the map or something.
Engaging the idle stance.
Yeah. Snipes Koji with like a unit from the top. Classic.
Never underestimate the Tenry Hail Mary. It is proven time and time again to exist. You know,
Very true.
forbidden technique.
Yeah.
But I suppose his formation up here is just so much stronger than Marco's.
Also has a better groove for breaking the barracks, I would say.
That's true. Actually, funny, that barracks is so vulnerable. Like, if there was an archer up here, like, you just pick that off. And then, like,
Yeah.
you're set up to just continually pick it off.
Power of the
Ooh,
temple.
hello.
Is this the groove on the knight? Groove on
Oh, that's actually not
Oh,
a
that's
bad
fun.
idea. Because now the barracks is just shut down. And the knight doesn't die, which is the very key thing. And this
Koji
barracks...
gets T2. How close is Koji to T2? I feel like it's very close.
Oh, could have finished the golem.
Oh, was that a misclick? I feel like that was probably a misclick.
I don't know, he captured the village. Maybe he just thinks that
Oh,
the
I
golem's not a
didn't.
big
I didn't
deal.
realize the. Okay, I thought that village was already capped. Never mind.
Okay. There's a night crit lined up on this barracks. I don't think there's anything to stop it from happening either, so... oh, couldn't do anything to decap the barracks again.
Yeah, you knight getting hit, man. You lost your heavy unit. So you
Yeah.
need to be Tenry. You need to be Tenry. In which case, you're not damaging the spears.
Yeah, or I guess Tenry could have, and then you just like heal the knight anyway. But alright, goodbye
We're
barracks.
just gonna be able to hold on to T2 for after this. That's terrifying.
Yeah, that
Yeah, it
is
looks like
actually a
that
lot.
means Tenry's gonna have to back off at this point because she just dies if she stays there. I think.
Oh, the night healing on that village is huge as well because Tenry has to run all the way back.
And there's a golem right in Tenry's face.
Yeah, and this archer should have been here earlier, honestly.
Yeah.
That's like the unit you really want for breaking. Okay. More stuff gonna go down. The mage is gonna go down. Okay. So did a good job clearing up at this top side, but is now in the struggle of like my barracks is under threat.
Yeah, and this is... Oh, still isn't using bombs. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean you could even just like get them out just to hold them.
Yeah.
Okay, barracks is now fully flipped. There's no way to contest this back, so
Yeah.
as long as Rasposa doesn't lose their barracks up in the top, which is looking pretty solid right now actually.
Yeah. Can't get captured this turn.
Archer comes in. Alright, he's gonna maybe decap it. That knight not gonna have enough health to do so, but I guess
That looks like death to me.
oh, Koji
Because you have
bomb?
Koji, you have Hex. You have Golem. Is that death? Might not be. Maybe just barely. Not
Yeah,
enough with
flagstone as
flagstone.
well. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty safe, I think. And you just threaten death on your opponent the whole time, so I think they're okay. I don't know about capturing with the sword from that tile, but it keeps the... Oh, but Archer can do some damage. Oh, hits the golem. Interesting.
I'm not going to decap this turn if Archer hits the Golem.
Cold wind blows.
Yeah, I would have thought you'd go for the sword instead. But... Okay. While there's stuff in the north going on though, like Rasposa just fully overrun the bottom side.
Yeah, builds a Harpy, immediately dies.
Yeah, oh, we're gonna see the flip of the tower as well.
Yeah.
And now you're producing out of your opponent's barracks.
Yep.
And I think
You could, you could steal the hide on them. You get all their stuff in the bottom left as well. I mean, it's overkill already, but that's...
yeah. That is a very quick way to flip your opponent's barracks there as well.
Another Golem. Yep, another Golem in Tenry's face.
Yeah, and yeah, she just doesn't have enough to deal with this, and there's so much economy getting flipped on the south side now that like, there's not really much to do here. And knights are strong units, but not that strong. Okay. Harpy crits the golem, but it's gonna get killed by a mage in return for it. Yeah, like you don't even really care that the barracks is in your opponent's hands now because you just got so much stuff here. And is Rasposa just gonna win this without pressing groove? I guess that is a question. Big Knight crit comes in. Getting ready to kill their opponent's barracks. The only production Marco is gonna have in the near future is gonna be this barracks in the north. It's very funny to think about. Yeah, even just like hits the commander with swords. And normally this is a terrible idea, but you're this far ahead, it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, Marco builds Golem. I think recognizes that this barracks in the north is like the one thing they've got left. Oh, heals their knight. So this barracks here is just... Oh, I couldn't build anything that would live anyway, so that makes sense. And yeah, Marco has what, like a handful of units left to fight with? Or I suppose they're just massively outnumbering at this point. Oh, and Tenry's dead.
Activate sparrow bombs. Yeah.
I guess the question is, how do you kill here? Oh, kills with the pushback of the bombs. I think she's low enough for the next bomb to actually kill. And I suppose they're going to finish this one in style.
Yep.
Pushes their own golem into Tenry and kills.
Yeah. Ooh, and that's a kill count.
Is a kill count indeed. Well played. Rasposa gonna take it. And I think the key difference there is Marco had a very offensive barracks on the bottom side. and didn't really have quite enough stuff to break their opponent's formation. Whereas Resposa just built like kind of cheap, heavy hitting units like spears in their barracks and just like overwhelmed the barracks in the south with commander support. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we could do like one more if you two are down.
Yeah. Sorry, I
Okay.
went mute for a little while. My cat was doing funny and is still pestering me, actually. How much she
Little
wants.
cat things.
Yeah, so might not. I might be mute again. We'll see. We'll see how
Okay.
much she's jumping on my desk and causing a ruckus.
We will see how the judgment of the cat goes.
Yeah, I won't hear a thing, I promise.
Okay, we've got a fog. Still these two playing. So we're doing all of the Rasposa versus Marco Maps games. We've got a Ketz's Exile. Rasposa versus Marco. And I will actually remember to put the right commanders in this time. Sigrid versus Ragna. Okay.
That's interesting.
I actually...
Sigrid can eat a ship, which is funny.
Oh, that's true. Ragnar can do some stuff as well. I'm very unsure who has the better... I mean, I guess it's map dependent. Ragnar probably is like better overall in general, but Sigrid has like some shenanigans too, so...
Which the better fog commander is that question?
Also a good point.
Because Sigrid's T2 effect does actually matter a lot more than fog. In my opinion.
Yeah, I could see
Because,
that.
like, a bunch of commanders that have melee kills, like, I mean, like, a lot of the times it's harder to just walk up and kill something safely, and T2 ensures that. At the same time, Ragnar just suddenly jumps in and does full commander damage to you from out of nowhere, so.
Oh, someone in chat. Sorry, I've been neglecting chat a bit. But thank you for Marco for responding to people. Yeah, we do these from replays that people submit. There's a replay channel in the Wargroove Discord. And honestly, like, I'm generally down to commentate anything people submit as long as it's good. We've had some people submit some friendly matches, which I haven't gotten around to yet, but you can take part in our events. We've got Test Your Mettle, which is completely open to anybody. And there's a matchmaking channel you can challenge people. Some of these replays take place over like the course of days, or even weeks, or some cases like we've had a replay that took over a year to complete. We commentated that, and it ended up being like this like 40 turn game, I think it was, something along those lines. But yeah, like, people are always welcome to join the Discord and submit replays, find matches. But anyway, let's get into this game, and then we'll probably do Thursday stream will probably be another October replay stream, and then I think after that point we'll start hopefully covering November ones, because November has started for Test Your Mettle. But anyway, let's get into this game first. Alright, and this is a theme we don't get to hear very often. We got Sigrid being played by Resposo in the blue versus...
Sigrid, my beloved. She will win. I'm telling you, she will win this. I'm rooting for her.
I guess since we have somebody cheering for Resposa's corner, I'll cheer for Marco. Go, Marco!
Yeah, Ragnar has a lot of cool stuff, has to be said.
Yeah. I find Ragnar to be one of the funner lower tier commanders.
Yeah, I think...
I like picking her when situations permit.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, I can't even necessarily pinpoint the reason why she's, like, weaker. I guess it's, like, range. Like, a lack of range on her groove is, like, the big issue.
Well, she's not very safe when she jumps in, is the issue, right? It's like, her groove doesn't get much done, and then it puts her in a terrible position afterwards.
It's kind of that she's outclassed on damage. Like, despite the fact that it's 100 pure damage and, like, push damage, it's so focused, you tend to only get like 2 hits with it, and not on important units.
Yeah.
Whereas
makes
like,
sense.
yeah, she has the flexibility of the movement, but I mean when stuff like Wolfheart exists,
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
kind of
you could say that
actually
about
allows
Sigrid as well. As much as I love her design, I've always memed on Sigrid for being discount Wolfhard Elodie.
Yeah.
So
But nowadays I think she actually has some advantages over Elodie because she's faster to get her groove out at least.
yeah, it's a little better in this game, but definitely in Wargroove 1, I still think there was very little reason to ever pick Sigrid. As much as people would say otherwise to me, never a believer.
Anyways, I guess it's probably enough talk about the commander picks for now, and I guess have to talk a bit more about Ketsa's.
Yeah,
So this is an interesting map.
yeah, sorry, I was just
There's
gonna
a
say
bunch
the
of
thief,
watchtowers everywhere.
yeah, the watchtowers are everywhere. The thief early on comes out, ooh, and we've got this
Kraken's
unit
here.
converter. Kraken comes out. Kraken's a pretty good option, especially I play a lot of warships on this map normally, but Kraken able to fight other naval units, which warship can't. And
So like the center is like almost all beaches, which while it does give Wargroove the Wargroove warship crit, it also means that it moves like 2 tiles a turn.
yeah, and they're very vulnerable to getting killed. I think like Harpy will like almost straight up kill if it doesn't just straight up kill a warship on beach.
You also get murdered by Kraken, which is not good that your opposing big unit
Yeah.
just murders you.
And we're gonna see commander versus commander in the north actually. There's a couple different routes you can pick for your pathing on commander, and central to take the beach villages actually is like a fairly common one. I suppose though, unfortunately Sigrid is really, really bad in commander versus commander. We're gonna see her struggling a little bit. Yeah, she
That
might
little
have-
merfolk is gonna possibly get murdered very soon.
Oh yeah. Kraken on a beach. Although you have to have vision on it, and I don't think anyone
Yeah,
can see
yeah.
it yet.
There's no watchtower that gives vision on that. I think that's why we're supposed to move it there.
Yeah. And yeah, once you're in
So-
the reef as
yeah.
well, like you can.
You do have turtle for vision later, but not this turn. Ooh, okay, decaps. Nice.
Oh, Marco might actually hold both teleporters. There's another feature of this map as well. You've got the portals.
As well as one inside your base to reinforce very quickly.
Yeah, and there's a lot of really cool things you can do with them. And it creates like this nice extra objective to fight over. And while people might think, oh, the mobility, like that's kind of like ridiculous. It's kind of a bit too strong. The weakness of the portal is anything you send through it is completely vulnerable for that turn. So the only exception is like if you send an air unit into the abyss, like to the north here, for example, only like a witch can deal with that. I guess like maybe like a ballista or an archer, but you're not really going to see a ballista on this map.
Ballista actually having a use case? Shocking.
Yeah, you will, however, see trebuchets come out on this map, especially with the teleporter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until this tilt.
Yeah, I can see that
Open.
being a lot more viable.
Oh,
I think we have seen that before. Oop, yep, commander hit.
Teleporter makes it really, really scary to push here, especially in fog.
oh, and hits.
Oh, hitting
Sigurds.
with seconds. So interesting.
I
I guess
guess.
hilariously this gives her a worse target to like groove, so you need to commit another unit to actually kill that sword.
Yeah, she's so far from having groove though.
Oh wait, yeah.
I guess there's like maybe an army fight potential here, but I think Marco is actually just in a very good position right now.
I
thought
think
that
it's
Sigurd would
very
be cool.
scary to commit to any fighting as Resposo right now. Especially with what you can see. I wouldn't push here.
You also just saw that there was a crack in that murder your Merfolk center. Well, technically you didn't see it, but that's the only thing that could have killed it.
I mean, there's definitely naval is like really strong on this map, but you can actually, if your opponent overcommits, just ignore the naval front. and take the sides.
And what are they gonna do? There's only like 3 or 4 villages they can interact with in the center at best.
Yeah, I mean there's enough to make it worth it, but like if you
Not enough to
overcommit-
yeah. You can't over centralize on it because it's not the main focus. The flanks are still better.
It's a whole Kraken.
Especially with the teleporter. The teleporter makes it really vicious, I would say.
Ooh, turtle versus turtle.
I
Gonna
love-
come out and,
Oh.
oh,
Is this just gonna be to hit Sigrid?
apparently
Yeah,
yes.
then-
Which oh,
don't
you've
think
got
you can-
follow up.
I don't think you can target the Infog, right? It's
No,
is
you
it,
have to
they
have
ever
vision
patch
on the
that?
target.
Yeah. Unfortunately, could have been slightly better damage.
Thankfully, we can't have 2 units occupying the same tile. Wing, nudge. Eh, Flamingo kind of had a bug like that before. But yeah, thankfully that doesn't happen.
I do think that was premature of Marco to do with no direct kill because it's fog, and also they should have known that they could just heal, which I
Yeah.
think just ruins the attack.
Yeah, but you are forcing them back, and Marco has so much of the map that I think it's actually worth it just to push
Just
forwards.
I mean, maybe for tempo it's fine.
Yeah.
If you, I think I could see an
Ooh,
argument
Ragnar's
saying,
boiling over. That's scary.
that's cool though.
Ooh, going in here, interesting. You know Sigurd's still there.
Yeah, she's gonna get some free noms.
Yeah, rifle
I
the
think
back
pushing
up.
close. I think pushing the stronghold is actually definitely the correct idea here, because Sigurd's gonna have to front switch, and that's gonna take her more time than what it's going to for Sigrid to be effective here, which is immediate. The second she front switches, right? So Marco is looking very dominant here on this fight.
Rare interaction, rifle shooting the turtle.
Yeah.
We gotta
Wait, what?
document this. Document is it's happened in a Wargroove game. Has happened.
Oh, and it's a reef. And it's in a reef as well. Okay, so yeah, I guess it is only forests that block it. For some reason, that raised the.
Have we seen a flamingo hit a thief yet? I feel like that could be relatively common.
I'm pretty sure I've done that to someone.
I think the problem is that I think Flamingo has horrible damage against thieves for some reason, if I remember correctly.
That's strange.
Let
I
me
mean, I
double
guess it's a unit that can literally go anywhere around the thief. I guess I understand why they would do that, but man, goodness, Flamingo gets
Just-
no love.
Yeah. Just make the unit actually good, please. I mean,
mean-
not
Well,
too
no,
good.
you don't want that. That's like
You
the
don't want
issue.
to
We
too,
could
but-
get into a debate as to like how good the flamingo should be. I mean, I personally am of the opinion that one of the reasons it's so weak is because it's a counter unit to siege, and we tend to just hard ban siege for most maps.
Also,
I mean,
just double check.
yes,
Yeah.
but also
Flamingo
it's just
is
inefficient.
damage.
It's just very inefficient against so many units as well.
Yeah, I
I
mean, if
the
it
fact
was
that it gets
efficient
murdered
though,
by
it's-
sword
It'd
is
be
really bad.
you would only buy it. That's like the thing. Like I think it's for the most part a relatively stable spot, which is what we need the unit to be. We don't necessarily need the unit to be good. You can always make it a pre-buy, or you can always make capping routes that make it existent.
oh, frog actually attacking for a change. You don't get to see that very often.
Ooh, rare attack,
Yeah.
rare attack.
Frog does actually do good damage when it's crit with its. I mean, just good damage in general. It's just not for 600 gold units. And also tends to die for doing it, of course, because it's like not super durable.
And here we see there's this one thing on this map where like you can just overextend and like your opponent can take full advantage of that. That being said, there is a golem to back this up, and a lot of the value over here is still in naval, so
Yeah. Maps can just rush the stronghold at this point, and now you have Groove again.
oh, that's very true. Yeah, there's a golem behind this as well.
So you can also get 20 push damage on stronghold or shove blockers out of the way.
Yeah, and actually there's gonna be mages teleporting to the south side. Ooh, nice pick off there. Ooh, and Thief comes in.
Like, I think in a heist, maybe that'd be funny.
It is
Probably
actually
not, but
really worth it if you can pull off.
Yeah.
Um,
probably not gonna be able to return it, but because it's either gonna die or the game's gonna end. I feel.
and oh, we see a sword hitting another sword on no health.
Ooh, widening over. Okay, that's good.
I mean, you have to get some defense here at some point. This stronghold is
Did
very
Marco have
vulnerable.
any vision on that?
I don't know if he had any vision on the wagon. I love this
I mean,
positioning
yeah,
of the thief.
yeah. Marco definitely heard the wagon because that's distinct. I guess the question is, did they know that it was Sigrid has disappeared from top front? Because Marco could possibly overextend here if that's the case.
I mean,
That'd
fog
be-
in general takes just forever to actually get anything done. You can hold very, very, very long in a losing position, just because of uncertainty. So,
True. Are we gonna see?
I think you can. I think this is a little quick. I think it was a little quick to
Oh,
do
yeah.
that, but it paid off.
You just jump.
It
behind
paid off. I
You can
think
also
so.
shove the thief into the abyss as well.
I was thinking
So
the thief would get shoved and then there would be like a follow-up unit, but
Yeah, you can also just
my
jump
my
up and
take
down.
my take is that they shouldn't have hit with the golden first. They should have moved their dog to check vision first. That's my counterpoint.
That's fair. Yeah.
I think Ryan
You wanna
actually
be sure you
shoved
have the
something
sides
out of the way
exposed.
though. But
You don't have the kill if you have to shove a different unit, I think. Though.
Exactly.
although actually
exactly.
she could just jump. If you hit with Golem, then she jumps. I don't think she can actually die. So you can just like have her sit there and just hit the stronghold the next turn.
Yeah,
that's
I
fair.
think
You
I'll-
didn't know if there was something behind Stronghold.
That's
though,
a- yeah,
which
yeah, yeah,
I
that's-
guess.
that's like kind of the issue. You need to be able to see. Is like you. I think just on principle, you should throw a cheap unit to check to see if there's any sight, like the dog or the sword,
Yeah.
and then use that to base it. Because I don't think the idea here is wrong. I just think it was a little.
All right. Yeah.
Rush.
Just
Just make
could've
sure
been
it's
a bit safer,
100%
but-
to win.
Yeah. But I think even if there was something like here, for example, you just like jump here, have like the sword crit and like have the knight hit from above, and then like the actually it would just go down anyway. If it was something
Yeah,
above
we're
and
talking about
behind,
if there was. We're talking about if there was units all around Stronghold except front.
you
that's, like,
shove the
one
thief
situation.
off using Ragnar's Groove, and then hit with knight from below, and then like there's nothing that can really clear everything here. And
Yeah,
Ragnar
I mean
would have
it
full
should
health and
work
just
unless you
kills-
have.
Yeah.
Unless Resposo built Dragon and Marco didn't know this, but yeah, that's like.
Yeah. But anyway, well played. Maps gonna take it, and actually, we don't get to see too many games of Marco maps like winning, so it's actually really nice. Like Resposo's been playing super well this month, and nice to see. Like,
Yeah,
people
I
take games
mean,
off each other.
unfortunately, the girl boss couldn't slay hard enough to carry, so we got a
Yeah.
Marco win instead.
Sigrid going up against
Sadly, yeah.
Commander in the north was like very unfortunate for Sigrid because she just doesn't fight commanders very well. Like one of her big weaknesses, she just can't interact with enemy commanders. Whereas Ragnar, very good at interacting with enemy commanders. You can just jump on them, you get 300% commander damage. So nicely done. Okay, that is us for today. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Had a lot of fun. Any last thoughts? I think we did like 5 replays today, which is pretty good. I'm gonna
It's been very good.
Our quota has been met.
our quota has been met. We have to do 10 replays a week. I'll do another 5 on Thursday. Anything else to say? Test Your Metal November has started, so if you entered, please be sure to start your games. I'm gonna start mine probably tomorrow.
We're gonna be I have to do my rebalanced. I mentioned the rebalanced mod against you.
Yes. I need to download that actually.
Yeah.
need to-
Time to bring out the Mercia 50 charge yield.
Oh,
I still have no idea how you're like gonna try and fix Mercia.
Yeah,
The
she
class
just
is hard to-
fundamentally.
It's just it's just really hard to get her in a good spot. I mean, I think she was in a good spot in Wargroove 1, kind of. but
Not really, honestly.
well, she okay. She functions better. I think in this game she does not hold up at all. It like doesn't translate at all. In the
Yeah.
first game, you could actually use
Oh,
the
actually,
threat of her groove a lot better.
I mean, like,
one of the
Wargroove 1 also had, like, dragons living stuff and
Yeah.
golems being on mountains, so they had more durable stuff that lived.
yeah, I was
which
gonna
probably
say
also made her
which
better.
one-shotting dragon makes a big difference.
Yeah.
That was like one
Like,
of the
yeah,
interactions
Mercy
people
still has
had.
good stuff with, like, your dragon no longer dislikes getting hit by mages if it gets good hidden, but, like, getting one-shot by witch makes that a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's hard to fix. I think a lot of system changes in Wargroove 2 did really hurt Mercia.
Yeah, although it's
Um,
funny because like just in PvP, like she's like super down at the bottom, but
And
she's
then
also
PvE.
in PvE she's like S tier, right?
Yeah, 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
but
the AI does not have the idea of not hitting a thing that's about to get healed the full.
Well,
I mean, in general, like
in
every
Conquest where
CO
like
is.
yeah, but like in Conquest where health is like a thing that doesn't regenerate between maps, like
Yeah.
she gets
She's really
so
level there.
much value out of that.
I mean, I guess that's fair, but I mean, I think it's okay to have an easy mode character, and when it's just PVE and it's not like ranked or anything. I think it'd be okay to
but-
change balance better for PvP, which I don't know. It's
I mean, I'm okay with like there being a commander that just isn't very good in PvP, but I mean, if I was to make system changes to Wargroove, like I was thinking about this recently, and I guess I'll end on this before we log off for the night. If I had the opportunity, I would love to work on Wargroove 3. If that was like a possibility. I think as someone who is interested in like game design and who wants to make games, I would love to work on a Wargroove 3, and I would make some pretty big system changes to the game overall.
add better timer? Question mark? Question
mean,
mark?
Yeah, more
That would
timer,
definitely help.
more timer options, but I'm talking like, you know, I'd probably add like,
Yeah, like overhauls, like some of this.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, yeah.
overhauls, but like
oh, I mean, like I was one of the reasons like Lumber Mill existed in the first place, because that was originally meant to be a Project Groove unit, or Project Groove building, was that I was like talking about adding a secondary resource, for lumber, but like I know that's like a big difference in game design, but it was basically the idea was that it would allow balance for like tech units more easily without like messing with gold too much. I come from like a background of playing
RTS.
yeah, I played a lot of Warcraft.
I was about to say your RTS is showing.
Yeah, I mean, like I played like
It's not
Warcraft 2 as a
bad,
kid,
it's-
but like yeah, like I do think like having an additional resource would help with that kind of stuff. But
I mean, I can tell you from personal experience, there are like a TF2 competitive, not Teamfight Tactics, like King Fortress 2, has issues with stalemates because there is no tertiary objective. It does kind of just stalemate because there's not enough to fight over. So adding tertiary objectives is not like a bad idea.
yeah, like, adding more stuff for people to care about. I think mana that we had in Project Groove was a bit too much. People didn't really like that as much. It's one of those things where like it fixed the balance problem, but it wasn't very fun for people to play. Or people just didn't like it from like that side of things. Like there is a difference between like yeah, important that I've like come to appreciate is there's a difference between like numerical balance and a game being interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you do have to let some. You have to. The issue with balance is that in order for stuff to be interesting, you need it to be imbalanced in a relatively equal manner, which is hard to do.
Yes.
You need to have enough differences in how things are balanced, but have them all the differences add up to be like close enough.
It's the difference between the Berlin and the Sicilian, as some nerdy folk might say, some knowers.
But anyway, this is a discussion for another time. Thank you everybody for watching. It was a really fun stream. I'll be back on Thursday. I'm gonna try and fix my sleep schedule by like next week, so I'll be streaming in the mornings again then. But we'll have a couple like kind of this time of night streams this week. But anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. I will catch you all when I catch you.
See you, everyone.
Bye bye.